Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I will be creating HS line 736, which runs between Tikkuri line Vantaa and Korso in Vantaa. The beginning of the line has already been created, or let's say the immediate beginning of the line has already been created, so let's start by creating a line. But there will be a lot of new stops which will need attention pretty shortly after the first few stops on the line. So we start from Tikkuri and then we stop at Vairipolku. And Tikkuri and Lukio is a one-way stop. It will stop here on the return track. But I will stop here now. But after that, we will move on to, let's say, less trafficked areas of Tikkuri, or areas which have gotten less attention so far. And the first stop is going to be, okay, well, let's see what the first stop is going to be. So, wait a second, where am I? Yeah, I'm here. So the first stop is going to be Eino Sirenin-katu, which is, let's see, Eino Sirenens gata, which is right after crossing in here, which basically is a pair with the Tikkuri and Lukio stop, but I will nevertheless create it as a full stop here. It is a one-way stop, who cares? And that's it. Then let's make a turn in here. Oops, that's not what I was supposed to do. This is what I was supposed to do. And this, once again, shows the danger, because if you twist and turn the existing tracks too much, you might get interesting crossings built. After that, we will stop at Petreliuksen katu. Petreliusgata, and that's actually going to be Albert Petreliuksen katu. So, there we go. One second, I will answer a message. There we go. And after Albert Petreliuksen katu, we will then stop at KRP. KRP is the Central Criminal Police of Finland. And okay, there is a stop called Lauri Kuorpisen katu. What is this? Okay, makes things interesting, but let's see. So 736. KRP, CKP. Keskusrikospoliisi, Centralkriminalpolisen. What the hell? What have I named this? CRP is something else. So it's CKP. There we go. And after keskusrikas poliisi, we will stop at the Vanha Kuninkaalantie. Okay, what happens here? So Kuninkaalantie Konungsväin is here. Okay, let's add that. Let's add that despite it being a one-way stop, because we will need it later. And let's treat it as a two-way stop. But then we have Vanha Kuninkaalantie, and that's Gamla Fastböleväin, which totally makes sense. Okay. And after Vanha Kuninkaalantie, we will stop at the Sepän piha. Smedsgården. And the following stop is going to be Heidehof in Kuja. What the hell is this line? I don't even know which line is running such a strange route. I don't even care which line is running such a strange route, because now we have connected with the existing network. And what I believe, I'm not sure about this, but I do believe that there isn't that much to build anymore. Because I think that we will find a shortcut to Corso somehow through the roads and rails already, mostly roads already built. But let's see. Well, I will have to check which line actually runs through Heidefinkuja, so 1 second. Okay, so it's 572 which runs through that area. Well, very nice. Thank you, 572, for serving this area. And now we will have more for you. Let's go to the lines and add what has been created. So, all these new stops. There we go. This is a brand new service in Tikkurila. Okay, what happens now? Fuck. 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 The entire thing crashed. Let's see what happens when I open the game. If there is something which has already been built, I will continue from there. And if there isn't, well, I'll just start a new video from scratch and you will know nothing of this. 1 second. So, I managed to salvage something. We got all the way to Sepänpiha. And after Sepänpiha, we got to Heidehofinkuja. So the only thing I will have to do now is to build this section and then hope that this game will work. Because it's not the first time the game has crashed, but it's the first time that the game has crashed. So in such a place where I have actually managed to auto-save something. I mean, usually it just crashes right after I start creating lines or building the roads, and then I just start all over again. But this time there was something to salvage, which brings me to a new situation. But it seems that we didn't lose that much after all. And I, of course, hope that I didn't say anything too important in the sections video, which vanished. But I mean, wait a second. The video didn't vanish. The road vanished. So we're back on track, and then let's go to lines. And then let's see. Where was I? I was here. Oh shit! What happens? Let's go here. There we go. And then let's start adding stops. So we'll stop here. And now, please do work properly. Sepänpiha. And there we go. Perfect. I didn't go this far in the previous video. Maybe I should save the game. Does it work this way? No, I would have to. Well, let's save it anyway. Just to make sure. Just to make sure that nothing stupid happens. So, after Heidenhofinkuja, we're gonna stop at Heidenhofinpolku. At Sandardantie. At Markkulantie. Then at Sammaltie, but let's see where we're gonna go from Sammaltie. So we're gonna go to Lindmanikorpi. And from Lindmanikorpi, we're gonna go to Kyytitie. Can you go straight? Yes, you can. Then we're gonna stop at Peltojantie. Åkebecksvein. And then at Pitkäsentie. Oh, it's been a while since I've been here last. Then at Liinakukuja. At Hakunila. At Suitsikuja. At Hakunila Uimahalli. At Sotungentie. Then at Sotun Gold. Okay, this is an interesting line. Then at Nurmimäentie. At Mäntykummuntie. At Kalkkiunintie. At Sepänmäki. At Sepänrinne. At Tuliniementie. At Nikuksentie. And then we have this Mäyrämäentie, Oravamäentie combo in here. Then at Kontiomäentie. At Pohjolantie. Pohjankuja. Right. No. No. Pohjolantie. No, where the hell is that? Okay, take the Pohjankuja thing away here. So, okay, well, this seems interesting once again. Let me just try to find myself, because after this my browser has crashed. Perfect. I'm trying to create a video here and everything is crashing. So, let's go a bit eastwards here, and I guess that Erkkipuntie is over there. Kontiomäentie is over there. Okay, what the hell? If Kontiomäentie is over there. So Pohjolantie Norrvägin is gonna be... Oh, I see. Right. So Pohjankuja is a one-way stop. But Pohjolantie Norrväin is gonna be right after the crossing. And it's gonna be over here. Now this shit makes sense once again. I wonder why I have the menu open there. After Pohjolantie, we're gonna stop at Palomäki. Puolibakkin. And after Palomäki, we will stop at Honkamäki. Furubaksväin. What the hell? Wait a second. Oh, I see. I see, I see, I see. So Honkamäki Furubaksväin is gonna be over here. after Honkamanti. We're then gonna stop. But okay, this became a longer line than I expected, but never mind. After Honkamanti, we're gonna stop at Haapamanti. Aspaksvein. There we go. After Haapamanti, we're gonna stop at Kuusimanti. Granbaksvein. Then we're gonna stop at Katriamanti. Enbakkavein. Hmm. I think the safest thing to do would be to place the stop because there are 3 stops called Katriamanti and Enbakkavein. I think the safest thing to do would be to actually do like this and just create them both and just remember that they sorry about it. The responsibility, it will arrive. Whoops. It will arrive. That stop will need to be created at some point. And no way, Jose. There we go. And that's it. Okay, let's also try to connect it with previous stop. That would perhaps help in creating this bus line. But yeah, this is just something that I'm preparing for the future with. Might be wise, might not be wise. Who knows? After Katementi, we're then gonna stop at Lattamiehen. What the fuck is that? I have literally no idea what Lattamiehen is, but Lattakasvein. Well, it is something. It is something. And after Lattamihentie, we will then stop at Kuninkaanmäki. Kungsbacka. Now the stop, oh, the stop exists right where it should exist. So we will just, once again, connect with the existing roads in here and then hope for the best. And then let's see where this will take us, because now we're gonna build the second stretch of new roads. And then we will go back to creating the line. Now let's see here. Build this shit, then go back to lines. And oh well, that's quite a stretch actually, but another new area added to the network. Once again, very nice. So that's Kuninkaanmäki, Kungsbacka. Then we're gonna stop at Kuusimäki. Okay, well this line is getting interesting now. This line is getting interesting now. Because we're gonna continue straight. We're actually gonna continue straight after okay, so my browser failed again. Wonderful. This save is getting so much bigger than what my computer can actually last. That maybe I should just. Holy shit. It seems like I've lost the entire. No, I didn't. Well, great. It seems that this save is becoming so big that my computer can't handle it anymore. Which does cause a few problems, but let's try to figure this out. One more thing that I will have to check. This has nothing to do with the video I'm creating at the moment. This has something quite else. I have other media projects as well, but they have nothing to do with this one, and I prefer to keep them separate, so I'm just doing a quick check. So, after Kuusijärvi, or Hanaböleträsk, I'm gonna stop at, where the hell? Okay, so Kuusijärvi, Hanaböleträsk, and then we have a Päiväkumpu. Lövkulla, and that comes before the following junction, which is, wait a second, no, how far out? Where the fuck? So it's gonna be over here. Yep. So Päiväkumpu, Lövkulla is gonna be over here. And after Päiväkumpu, we're gonna stop at a stop called Nöje. I think it doesn't have a Finnish-speaking name. No, it doesn't. Nöje means, well, sort of. It means fun. So let's see. Nöje is going to be located somewhere in here. Whoops, we actually need to stop. Well, this turned out to be quite a long line, but like I said, who cares? I am in the right mood right now to create it. Sorry about that. Where am I and where am I heading to? Because, oh, well, okay. It's gonna be a way to create, but the following stop is gonna be Byenda, which also does not have a Finnish speaking name, but it's readily available over there. And then let's set a crossing in here, and that functions perfectly. Oops. And after Byenda, we're gonna stop at Viirila. So we're really in a rural area now. What the fuck? Viirila? Vimpelboda? Are you serious? Well, okay, I just accept that. But Viirila? Vimpelboda? Come on. After Viirila, we're gonna stop at Myras. Probably doesn't have a Swedish speaking name, or if it does, it will be something very surprising. Oh, well, it does, but you just remove one vowel from there. So, in Finnish it's myras, and in Swedish it's myras. You just write it differently. There we go. Let's see what comes after myras. Or let's just not say that quite yet. Let's just create this shit first. Then we're gonna stop at stop called Sirakuja. Gråsugsgränden, I mean really? And the answer is really. Sirakuja, Gråsugsgränden is gonna be somewhere over. Let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be somewhere over here. I have literally no idea what a sira or a gråsug is. Oops. And after Sirakuja, we're gonna stop at Mehiläisentie. Alright, this is gonna be a long line, really. But okay, let's stop at the Mehiläisentie. Biväin. That's fairly straightforward. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Had a little break there for my comfort and yours. Because this is turning a lot longer than I expected, but it's fine. It's all fine, and also because of the, well, strange little starring problems there were. Post after Mehiläisentie, we're gonna stop at Sinisiventie. Great. What the fuck is that? That must be some sort of an insect. But there is also one way stop in between, which is Vaaksiaisen rinne. Harkranksbrinken. Okay, that's an awful name. Vaaksiaisen rinne, Harkranksbrinken. Okay. I will have to write it down before I say anything else. So, Vaaksiaisen rinne, Harkranksbrinken. I mean, look at all the ways they have to go in order to invent street names to new suburbs. This is already pretty far-fetched. And yet it is there. Oops. And yet it is there. So, back to business after that one-way stop. So, it's gonna be Sinisiventie, Blångevein. That's obviously gonna be somewhere over here. There we go. So, Sinisiventie, Blåvingevein. Then, after Sinisiventie, we're gonna stop at Lukitie, Spindevein. Wait, what? Okay. Oh yes, here we are. And after Lukitie, we're gonna stop at Parmarinne, Spindebrinken, then we're gonna stop at Perhotie, Broms. What? Sorry. There was something wrong with this. This was Lukkerin. There we go. And then we're gonna stop at the Parmarin, Bromsprinken. This makes much more sense. There we go. And after Parmarine, we're then gonna stop at Perhotie. So Perhotie is only in Finnish, right? Well, it's obviously gonna be Fjärilsväin, but Perhotie, fine. Let's make it Perhotie then. And after Perhotie, we're gonna stop at Takutie. Angfiskvein. Whatever. What the fuck is an angfisk? I mean, I'm Swedish speaking and I don't know this. But let's go. These roads have something to do with fishing. So if the previous ones had something to do with insects, now we're going with fishing. Great, excellent, excellence. And how the hell are we gonna go and get there? That's what basically interests me. How are we gonna get to Corso? And there must be numerous stops left. So the following stop is called Koivumäki, Björkbacken. And after Koivumäki, we're gonna stop at Karppitie. Karpväin. And after Karppitie, we're gonna stop at Ahventie. Abborväin. And after Ahventie, we're gonna stop at Haukitie. So now we're naming streets after fishes. So Haukitie Jedväin is gonna be somewhere over here. There we go. Oops. After Haukitie, we're gonna stop. Oh dear. We're gonna stop at Pitkäsiima. Långreivin. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna stop at Okay, let's add a one-way stop here. So Lahnatie Braksenväin is gonna be before the following crossing. So let's just add it there. Sorry about that. This is a massive line. I mean, I really didn't know when I started creating it that this would be a 1 hour long video. I mean, really. There we go. And then we're gonna stop at Jokitie. So it's also Jokitie in Swedish. Well, okay, that's fine to me. Oops. After that, we're gonna stop at Haapalantie. Haapalaväin. And after Haapalantie, we're gonna stop at Harmahylkeentie. Okay, now it's getting nice. Nice and specific. So Harama Hylkeentie Gråselsvein. Okay, so let's build a bridge here. And after Harma Hylkeentie, we're gonna stop at Lumikkotie. Vesleväin. Is that really Lumikko in Swedish? Okay, it is. So Lumikkotie. What the fuck? So, okay, right. So Lumikkotie Vesleväin is gonna be over here, and that's a one-way stop. Is it with an E or with an Ä? That's always a bit difficult for me in Swedish. But that's the right way to pronounce Vesleväin. And then we have Peuratie, Renväin, which is another way one-way stop. So I will now create these one-way stops with extra, let's say, sensitivity. There we go. And because this has been such a long video, and I doubt that anyone is still watching it, I'm just going to put the headphones down for a while and go grab a new beer. Just 1 second. You will not even notice it because no one watches this video this far. If you watch this video this far without interruption, please comment. And I'm bloody sure no comments will arise. So there we go. It took me that much time to get to the fridge and back. After Lomikkoti and Peuratie, of course, we will stop at Hirvitie, which is logically the next animal that will come in mind. So Hirvitie, Alivain, our Elk Road, is the next stop. There we go. We're finally reaching the end. After Hirvitie, we have Ilvestie, Lovain, logical. After Ilvesti, we're gonna stop at Hukantie. Variväin, still logical. Sorry about that. After Hukantie, and this is actually funny. Vari is wolf in Swedish, but hukka is a traditional but a bit dialectical word for the wolf in Finnish. I mean, the real word for the wolf is susi. So it should be susi sudentie variväin, but it's hukantie variväin. So the following stop is called kontiotie, which would mean the beer road or björnväin in Swedish. And I haven't checked this out yet. I expect the following stop to be named Kontiotie Björnväin. Let's see what will happen. And as it is, Kontiotie Björnväin. This only means that the Finnish language has more names for nature-related shit than Swedish does, but there is a stop, one-way stop here in between, which is called Harpalsväin. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I just cancelled my last argument because the word rabbit is Janis in Finnish and hare in Swedish. But here we have a stop called Jänetie, which is Harpalsväin in Swedish, and I feel obliged to actually create this stop after this rant about Swedish being less of a nature language than Finnish. So, Jänutie, oops, Harpalsväin. It's a one-way stop, not this way, it's the other way around, but I will nevertheless create it. This line, I'm not even sure if it's the line or if it's just me, but this one requires quite a lot of stamina going through eastern Vantaa. And shit. So after Jänetie, we will then get to the Kontiotie or Björnväin stop. So that's right, it's gonna be Kontiotie, Björnväin. After Kontiotie, we're gonna stop at Oravakuja. That's gonna be Ekorgrenden. And that is gonna be Ekorgrenden. That was simple. Simple enough. For a simple soul like me. There we go. After Oravakuja, we're gonna stop at Urpiaisentie. Urpiainen is probably a bird. Okay. So Urpiaisentie is gonna be over here. Oh, and we're this close to the border in Kerava. Well, nice. After Urpiaisentie, we're then gonna stop at Kalmuri. An interesting name for a stop. Oh, I understand. So Kalmuri or Kalmuren is a translation. It's Kalmuren in Swedish, which makes sense, but Kalmuri is a sort of translation from Swedish. And it's not a real translation. I mean, it's not a word-to-word translation, but it's rather a translation on how it sounds like. So it's Kalmuri, Kalmuren, and Kalmuren totally makes sense to me. Kalmuri makes sense to no one. After Kalmuri, we're gonna stop at Tanhurin. Okay, this makes things interesting. I mean, really, it's Tanhurin, Folkdansbrinken, or Folkdansbrinken, and that really is a literal translation, and I love it. I love it. So, Tanhurinne, Folkdansbrinchen. Who the fuck names these roads? That's what I would really like to know. Who the fuck names these roads? From Tanhurinne, our following stop will be at Lumo, and then we're gonna stop at the Corso station. So, yeah, then we'll just quit this shit and stop at the Corso station. That's absolutely right. Whoa, this was a massive line. I mean, I can't remember when was the last time I created a video which was an hour long. And that's not my fault, that's the fault of the route planners. But let's see if we build the blueprints. Can I still find the spot where I last saw the line? So it was at Kuusijärvi. Well, that was a long time ago. So it was over here. And now I'm gonna have to find my way all the way through this new route, of course. But I'm gonna have to find my way all the way through this new road back to the existing road, and that's the difficult thing really there. But this line will be hugely popular. I hope it runs a 20-minute interval because otherwise I will be in deep borscht. And if you're wondering where the term deep borscht comes from, it's Police Academy 7 Mission to Moscow, where Commandant Lazard mysteriously vanished into a Russian family, and the local police chief bribed a hotel clerk into, well, behaving like they were Commandant Lazard. And now let's see here. You can turn there, but you can't turn away. So let's still add a couple of stops. And when they actually realized that Lazard was missing, the guy actually said, "Oh no, I am in deep borscht," and that's where I have found this nice praise. But this line will not be in deep borscht. I have created it with special care. Well, really not. But nobody's watching after. Well, for how long has this been taking? 1 hour and 40 minutes, so I can just say whatever I want to. I could even promise $1 million to anyone who's still watching, but I won't be doing that because somebody would still um, just scroll this line up to that point and say that, hey, you promised me that. So, no promises. The only promise I make is that I will promise to make a video from the collective traffic in Finland every day until Finland's over, and then we'll move on to Sweden. But that's not the question of this year, I think, because there are several big cities which will require my attention before that. I mean, there will probably be Turku and Tampere and Lahti and Jyväskylä and shit like that before we get to Sweden. And that's exactly how I want it to be. Okay, so another little turn here. I mean, Jesus, I can't even remember what I have been creating here. I mean, this has been such a long line that I am actually amazed that the traffic authority has decided upon such a long line because the previous lines have been pretty much shorter. But nevertheless, 1.5 hours almost have passed, and it's almost created. It's almost there. We're almost there, apart from the buses and stuff. But we're almost there. We're almost there, and now we're there. So 156 stops. That's quite something. That is quite something, and the timetable. Let's see. Well, I would say at the busiest, it is 30 minutes. No matter what, it will be 30 minutes. And this is exactly what I will create now. So the passenger service will open, and then let's go to the buses, and especially the Man Lions cities, which I've dubbed to old Weemas. Okay, come on. So number 1124 is the first one. And where does it? 30 minutes. Let's go 30 minutes. And let's see how many buses we will need for the 30 minutes. It's actually before the 30 minutes. Let's have a second look. 30 minutes is good. So we're gonna need around 6 buses or 7 buses, I think, in order to create the right interval. We're now down to 1.5 hours. And now we're down to 1 hour. Now we're down to 46 minutes. Now we're down to 37 minutes. Now we're down to 31 minutes, and that will do. That will do. So, after all this work, the roads have been built, the line has been created, the buses have been bought, and everything is up and running. There will be a new video tomorrow. So, until then, bye.